Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ayuditya Ningrum. My ID number is 2100010082. Dear Miss Leah, I'm here to present the journal about the impact of human capital on shadow economy in Indonesia. First is introduction. Shadow economies or market-based production are unrecorded activities that can help reduce employment by absorbing the working age into labor-intensive industry. However, they can also cause unpredictability in the economy, making it difficult for government to implement the right policies. The maximus tax income, countries should keep shadow economies low and convert them into formal, recorded activities. High shadow economies level are common in developing countries, with low education levels contributing to this. Improving human capital quality could help reduce shadow economies. The second is literature review. Previous studies have attempted to estimate the scale of a shadow economy using direct and indirect method. Direct method involve conducting census to calculate unrecorded activities, while indirect method measure discrepancies in indicators like electricity consumption and official GDP. The mimic method examines relationship between latent variables of shadow economy, but has been criticized for its instability coefficient and complexity. The currency demand approach is the most widely used indirect method, considering the relationship between currency demand and fiscal pressure. Previous studies have found an upward trend in the proportion of shadow economy in countries like Peru, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe. The study aims to estimate the size of the shadow economy in Indonesia using variables from both education and health dimension, providing an estimate and explanation for action to reduce or improve the situation. Conceptual framework is C is money demand, G is government expenditure, R is interest rate, and cons is consumption. The third is research method. This study examined the shadow economy in Indonesia from 1981 to 2014 using a currency demand approach. The model calculates total money demand and legal money demand using Kagan function. The study used secondary data from the World Bank to estimate the shadow economy and observe the impact to human capital quality on it. The data includes total money demand, education and health dimension, annual shadow economy, life expectancy at birth, and gross enrollment ratio. The aim is to provide policy-making insight on government expenditure on public health and education. The next is the ratio and discussion. The study calculates the shadow economy in Indonesia from 1981 to 2014 using the currency demand approach. The estimate shadow economy level is 28.9% of the economy, which is relatively high but normal in developing countries. The shadow economy may explain Indonesia's low tax ratio to GDP as unrecorded economic activities are free from tax and other retribution. In 1980, the shadow economy level increased from 27.6% to 41.7% due to the Asian monetary crisis. However, it decreased almost to the level prior to the crisis. In 2001, it rose to 37.4% due to new tax law and regulation. The study also gets the impact of human capital quality on the shadow economy in Indonesia. Change in life expectancy have a negative impact of change in the shadow economy, while change in health dimension can increase the opportunity factor. Indonesia higher education level can increase the opportunity factor, but it does not suppress the shadow economy level. And the next last is the conclusion. The shadow economy in Indonesia has decreased since the crisis, but is reoccurred in 2001 due to new tax laws and regulation. The quality of human capital has a negative impact on the shadow economy, with higher life expectancy indicating a longer lifetime and more opportunities to enter formal sector. Education does not significantly impact the shadow economy level, but change in gross enrollment for tertiary education do. Unemployment in Indonesia is partly due to a mismatch between skill and education of listed job seeker and available opportunities. Improving the quality of human capital, particularly in terms of health, is necessary to suppress the shadow economy level. Indonesia shadow economy estimate at 28.97% from 1981 to 2014 has grown to 43.6% in 2014, with human capital quality playing a role. Life expectancy negatively impact the economy, will change in tertiary education levels positively impacted. And the last in suggestion, the study recommends Indonesia government to access economy development, including the shadow economy to detect and suppress it. It recommends improving public health, medical facilities, work condition, and education. Future research should consider structural factor and corruption index. Okay. Thank you for your attention. If I make a mistake, please forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.